Alrighty guys, do I have any spinach in my teeth? I just ate sweet green salad, like sucked it down as fast as I could because I wanted to catch the light before it goes forever. It's probably still gonna be a little dark in this video, a little grainy, but that's because I worked all day today and I had a photo shoot until 6 and then raced across town. I am like sweating so I could sit here and update you guys on just everything. My hair also tends to like do things like this when it's just humid, and I had a braid in earlier and I took out the braid and this is what happened. So anyway, I thought I would just sit down and just unwind with you guys. I don't have, actually I do have actual, should I get some actual wine for this unwind? I love this. We're doing it, we're getting real wine for the unwinding. Wine, check. Unwinding, check. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's more like 7 o'clock, but still. I feel like the last time I was sitting in this very spot, like in a video, was when I was talking about my hospital stay and all of that, you know, madness and my Lyme disease diagnosis, which was really late in the game. And I've been officially living with Lyme disease for about, well, I don't know how long I've actually had it, but I've been knowing about it and treating it for about a month now, I feel like. Maybe a little more than that. No, a month. So I guess maybe we'll start there. My Lyme disease just the whole shebang. I mean, yes, I have Lyme disease. To answer some of your questions, a lot of you guys ask me very similar questions. So I have absolutely no idea when or how I contracted Lyme. I guess at some point in my very indoor routine, like day-to-day routine, I somehow, like when I say very indoor, I mean it. Like I'm at my desk, I'm like inside restaurants, inside bars. Like I don't really go outside very much, like apart from maybe sometimes going to the park, but like even then I'm not sitting under a tree. I really have no idea how it happened, but I somehow in the past year have been bitten by a tick. There was no bullseye, no nothing, so I had absolutely no idea that I was infected or like afflicted, I guess, by the tick until my legs went numb. Apparently that's a very big red flag of Lyme, just any sort of nervous system, like weirdness or like failure or just any sort of like nervous system affliction. So one little like microscopic tick caused spinal inflammation and then also just like my leg numbness and overall fatigue and things like that. So, and then also, as you guys know, in the hospital I had a hematoma occur after a faulty surgery. So, you know, that has almost fully healed. I still kind of feel like a dull like ache in my back sometimes when I'm just like after a long day of standing or just sitting at my desk or something. I kind of feel it, but it's nothing too crazy. It's healed so much. I don't have headaches anymore. I don't have like any sort of weird head feeling. I can't believe that I was living with like a quite literal migraine for like 3 weeks, like non-stop. Like it didn't stop unless I took insane pain meds, which made me feel so out of it. Like I was feeling so loopy and like weird and just not myself, and like it was just not fun. Let's just say that. I guess the most fun part of that whole ordeal was like the hospital food I really liked. Although I probably gained weight from that. Like I think I actually gained like 5 pounds, maybe more, from this whole ordeal of just not being able to exercise for a little bit and like also just not being able to move for a little bit. So anyway, long story short, I'm feeling great. I'm taking my medication twice a day. They put me on minocycline, which is a medication that's commonly used for treating acne. So I just have to be careful in sunlight, drinking too much alcohol. I don't really drink hard alcohol right now. Cheers. Oh, the biggest thing, I can't have dairy, so I can't eat cheese. I just can't eat cheese with medication. Excuse me, sir. I know you're mad about the cheese thing as much as I am, but so yeah, I can't eat. 1 second.
This should have to be after the
Got
window.
it. I'll do it. It's just a little heavy, but I can do it. I'll do it. Okay.
I'm trying to do this tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. That was my landlord because my air conditioning is still broken. As you guys can tell, you can't hear anything because it doesn't turn on. So I'm just like hot all the time. Anyway, so back to what I was talking about. I can't eat dairy at all, so like no milk, nothing like milk chocolate besides like vegan chocolate or like things like that. I had chocolate ice cream last night, but it was vegan, so that was very cool. But yeah, it's been quite a struggle just like knowing what it like has milk and has cheese and whatever, like because I've never had a food allergy, so it's very interesting. I like have a new respect for anyone who has a food allergy. So that is definitely something new I've been dealing with, as well as just remembering to take this medicine twice a day. I get tired pretty easily. I think that's like maybe a side effect of just having Lyme and like this, you know, having all this medication in me. I have to take probiotics to like help with my stomach, and like I have a higher probability of getting like yeast infections because of all the medication. It's just like, just something else on my plate, you know? Could be a lot worse, could be a lot better. It's just like, you live and you learn, you deal with it, whatever. So the doctors say that there is a 1 in 10 chance that I'll have lasting symptoms, so symptoms that will last like periodically throughout my life or forever. But that's a 1 in 10 chance, so hopefully I'm on the latter end of that and just like luck out and never have another symptom ever again. But if my legs like just suddenly go numb, like right back to the hospital I go, because yeah, something's wrong. So I was thinking about recording this video in my head all day today, and I was thinking about what I would talk about. And I think like the two like top line things in my life that are, you know, different or noteworthy right now is like, number one, Lyme disease, pretty big. Number two, I got promoted at work, which I didn't talk about like on Instagram or anything, but I thought I would just like tell you guys now. It happened last week. I got promoted to assistant manager of social and digital for L'Oreal Paris. So I was coordinator before, and usually promotions happen like every 18 months at L'Oreal. I'm only 12 months in, which is pretty exciting that I got promoted and have like a pay raise and everything. I'm now like a full-time non-hourly employee, so I'm a salary employee, which means I have like a set salary and I don't get paid, like I do get paid hourly, but like not technically, like I don't log my hours. Not like a huge difference, but it is like a significant pay increase difference, which is really exciting. So, and I get like different benefits like pension plan and things like that. So a lot of good stuff going on at L'Oreal. I've been like working my ass off at work, for lack of a better way to put it. So I'm really glad that my coworkers recognize that. Apparently my boss's boss pitched me to be promoted early, and that's what happened. So here I am, promoted, which is really exciting. So I really love where I am at L'Oreal Paris, and I don't really see myself changing jobs anytime soon, but I do like have interest in like obviously continuing to grow. The best part about L'Oreal, like L'Oreal Group, is that there's so many different brands. There's like 15, 20 brands like under L'Oreal. So if I ever get tired of L'Oreal Paris, I can easily, you know, jump to another brand, or like, you know, work on Essie nail polish, or, you know, a hair care brand, or just another cosmetics like Maybelline, or like if I want to go up to Luxe and do like Urban Decay or Armani or things like that. So there's a lot of opportunity for growth and movement, which is really exciting. So, you know, this is like a small step in the right direction of just like continuing my journey at L'Oreal, which I do love them so much. I love walking in there every day. I feel very cool. I feel like I'm in the bold type. If I was in the bold type, I think I'd probably be, or I hope that I'd be Sutton. Like I really like her a lot. Like she's my favorite character, but I think realistically I'd probably be Jane. Maybe we look most alike too. So I don't know. Do you watch the bold type? Probably not, but it's the best show ever. I love it. I really love it. Oh my gosh, all these questions are about jobs. Ugh, I'm glad that I talked about that already. So, okay, someone asks, how do you overcome comparison in the workplace? This happens to me all the time just because I'm the youngest in my like respective brand. Like in L'Oreal Paris, I am the youngest person on the team. Actually, no, I lied. There's a girl that just started a couple days ago, and she is now the youngest. I think she's younger than me by a year, but she's a 12-month intern. But aside from that, I'm the youngest person on the team by at least like 6 years or so. So I'm constantly comparing myself to them, like thinking I don't know as much, or I'm not as smart as them, or like things like that. But I have to remind myself that they have a lot of years on me. So you just gotta, you know, respect and just kind of accept the timing of your life, you know, and just know that you're not gonna be an expert at things all the time. And that's okay, and it's not dumb to ask questions. I think that's the biggest misconception of life, is just you always feel stupid asking questions. But I think, you know, asking questions shows, number one, that you're interested, that you are interested not only in what's going on, but also that you're interested in learning, you're interested in like continuing to grow and build your repertoire. And once you ask the question once, you know, you'll never probably ever ask that question again, so it gets it off the table. And I think the worst thing you can do is just pretend like you know what an acronym means, or like something like that, and just have absolutely no idea. So yeah, there's a lot of acronyms at L'Oreal. How do you budget your money? Well, primarily my salary, like from L'Oreal, goes towards my apartment, of course, and like my basic needs like food, groceries, transportation, so like my subway stuff, like things like that. So then for my YouTube money, it's more like my quote unquote fun money, because a lot of my paycheck from my actual job, like I don't want to say actual job, but my like 9-to-5 job goes like straight towards all of my expenses, and then like my YouTube money goes straight into savings. So that's kind of how I see it. I would say I'm pretty good at budgeting. I don't really do anything like specific to budget. I'm just smart about, you know, my transportation. I take the subway as much as I possibly can, or walk, and that's, you know, cheaper than Ubers, and, you know, just knowing when I don't need to shop. And I'm actually pretty good now that I'm in a smaller apartment. I have this rule where like if I'm gonna bring something in to the space, I have to get rid of something or give something away or donate something, you know, to make room in like just my general like or what's it called? Like what are the things you own called? My possessions, that's the word, possessions. You know, I have like a certain number of possessions or amount of possessions, and I can't, you know, keep increasing that number, because that's when I start hoarding things, and I can't do that. So that is kind of how I like rationalize my spending. What do you think about dating apps? Worth a try? Yes, it is definitely worth a try to get dating apps. I honestly like don't really go on dates via dating apps anymore. I used to go on a lot because I was excited about it, and it was like an exciting time. My first matches on Hinge and things like that, and I got like excited about it, and I still like match with people and hope that I might go on a date with them, but it just like truly never really comes to fruition. But that being said, I think it's a great idea to have dating apps, because it's just, at the end of the day, it's like a confidence booster. Like seeing who swipes on you, and like I don't know, even if like you don't go on a date from it or something like that, like you still like have this confidence boost of like people liking you, which sounds like kind of shallow, but like I mean, I love it. There's nothing like it. And I just joined Raya, so it's the more like elite version of like Hinge and stuff like that. So I've matched with some like professional athletes, like NFL players, and like Rangers, the hockey team players, and like stuff like that. So the guys on that app, they are not hard to look at, not bad to look at. So yes, dating apps are great. I'm a very big fan. Okay, someone says, please make a video about your favorite summer books. Okay, I'm trying to think of like what my favorite summer books are. Okay, so my top two picks of like summer books that you need to read. Number one, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. It is the most unreal book. I like read it so fast. I blew through it on like flights when I was flying to, I think I was like flying to California for something. Like blew through the book and like cried my eyes out, like one of those type of things. It's like a coming of age novel, but it's also infused with romance, with mystery. There's a murder. It's just like all of my favorite things, just like hodgepodged into one book. So highly recommend that book. Also The Perfect Couple, I believe by Elin Hilderbrand. Is that by her? I don't know. She's like one of those very big authors that like everyone knows, but The Perfect Couple, I think that's who it's by. Do I have it up there? I don't think I do. I have like all my books up there that I've read recently. That one's also a murder mystery. I think it's set in Nantucket, but it's really great. It's like a murder that happens at a wedding or the night before a wedding, so very, very good read as well. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but also Park Avenue Summer by Renee, Rosen. That is another one that I've recommended to a lot of you guys via Instagram, and a lot of you guys have bought it, loved it. It's more of like a past story, like it's in the past, obviously. Way back in the day when women had a lot less rights, and it's about the editor of Cosmopolitan magazine, like way back in the day, and it's from the point of view of the editor-in-chief's assistant who, you know, moves to the city, like has all these dreams, wants to be a photographer, falls in love a couple of times. It's like the most beautiful story, and it just really inspires you to be a working woman in New York. Really great tale. Into the Water is a good one by Paula Hawkins if you want another mystery. And then More Than Words by Jill Santopolo. Really great one as well. It's also based in New York. I just read a lot of books that are based in New York. To be honest, a lot of books just like are based in New York, and so I just read them in general, but I also like don't mind it because I literally live here, so I feel like I'm a part of the novel. But yeah, those are my must-reads this summer. I'm trying to think if there's like any other updates I can give you. I'm going on vacation next week, so that's really great. I'm just gonna do a whole lot of nothing. I'm going to the beach with my family to like somewhere in Delaware, so I'm just gonna be like beaching, like a beached whale literally, and just like bake with SPF of course, but like this is exactly what I'll look like at the beach, like this. It's a big update. I'm getting blinds put in. I'm getting some like really cool bamboo kind of faux bamboo blinds put into my apartment on Friday, because right now they're all different, and so I'm gonna have a nice beachy vibe going on in here. Getting my air conditioning fixed. A lot of things are going on, guys. Don't take this personally, but I am like sweating so much. I need to go. I need to sign off. I need to say sayonara. I need to drink this wine in front of my fan over there and turn it on, because yeah, I have it off right now because the audio just messes up everything with videos. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go now. So it's been great talking to you guys. I love when we do this. I love when we catch up. I love when I have an excuse to drink wine in front of a camera. So, you know, all is well in the land of Katy. If you guys are ever curious about me, life is good right now. I have to say that, because life was pretty shitty there for a second. So life is now good. I'm glad we've caught up. I'm just glad we talked. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys all very soon. Bye. Cheers.